McDonald's, we're playing the Monopoly game. I played that like growing up as a kid, I remember it, and it's so fun. Hopefully we can win something. But yeah, we're on the road, should be in Flagstaff hopefully in the next, you know, 8 hours. We booked a super fun Airbnb. It's like a cabin, so that'll be fun for Callie and Shay. And then the setup, we have Callie and Shay back there. Let me swivel the camera. We bought Shay this like huge cat carrier and she's in there. And then Miss Callie is over here with her large bed. She's sleeping right there. But yeah, I probably won't crochet yet. Probably just try to settle in, and then once I start crocheting, I'll like come on and update you guys. I have to actually try to find the original pattern designer of the crochet bouquet blanket because there are so many copycat listings on Etsy, and I want to make sure I actually, you know, give credit to the original designer and support them. So I'm gonna go research that. But okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so we're around 2 hours in. If you guys can see that, that is the Sierra Mountains, and we're about to cross over, and that will bring us into the Mojave Desert, and then eventually we will hit Arizona, and Flagstaff, Arizona is stop number 1. Right now it's 2:47, so we're going strong. Callie says hi. Hi, Callie. Popping in. I just wanted to say that we successfully made it to the new house. All of the packing got done eventually, and the road trip was a success. So spoiler alert, I am in my new office. But I wanted to share a funny story real quick. So we hired a moving company to take all of our stuff and drive it across the country for us. And it turns out that got delayed. So we arrived yesterday to the new house and there is literally nothing in here because all of our stuff is on that truck that is delayed. So there's literally nothing to do, but I got a super fun, exciting package yesterday in the mail, and it is the first package that I received at the new house. And it could not have come at a better time because there is nothing to do and I really want to create and do something. All of my yarn and craft supplies are nowhere to be seen, so this is the perfect package. And what is it, you might ask? It is an entire haul of MGA Miniverse, who is also the sponsor of today's video. You guys, I am so excited. I see these all over my For You page and I really have been wanting them, but I just didn't have time. So now I have all this free time, so let's get to it. I don't know about you, but I've seen so many videos on my For You page where people challenge themselves to fill up their spaces. So I think to begin, I am going to make the MGA Miniverse Make It Mini Spaces pizza. So we're gonna do this first, and then I'm going to fill this space with all of these different items. Let's begin! So first I assembled the pizzeria. I love how cute the floor and walls look, and it was super easy to set up. It was then time to fill up the empty shop. I first added some shelves and extra stickers to the wall, and then I put together the pizza display case. And wait, how cute are these little mini pizzas? I went with the classic pizza sauce option and then added pepperoni and mushrooms, which is actually my order in real life. It was then time to box up my pizza and put it on display. There's still plenty of space left though, so let's open more capsules. Let's see what's inside this MGA Miniverse Make It Mini Spaces furniture capsule. Aw, it's a salad bar, so cute. That will look so great in the pizzeria. I got right to work assembling it and embellishing it with stickers. I'm seriously having so much fun. The amount of detail is insane. Like, look at these mini tomatoes, cucumbers, and lettuce. And it actually came with a plate, so let's make a salad and put it on display. I used both the cucumbers and tomatoes, and it turned out so cute. I then placed it on one of the shelves on the pizza stand, and it looks so good. I had to do some quick rearranging though to make sure everything fits nicely in the shop. But once I got everything squared away, it is looking really good. I think I can add even more though. Let's open the MGA Miniverse Make It Mini Cafe Series 5 capsule next. Oh fun, I got the cucumber aqua fresca drink. I added all of the ingredients into the drink and it will look so good in the pizzeria. I set it aside to cure in the sun, and once it was done, I added it to the top shelf. Next, I opened the MGA Make It Mini Diner Series 4 capsule and got the harvest salad. It was so fun to make, and honestly, it might be better than any salad I made in real life. I set it aside to cure in the sun and then added it to the shop. It also came with this cute little table. How perfect. I ended up doing some more rearranging. I thought the pizza box would look much cuter on the table, and wow, everything is really coming together. Lastly, I opened the MGA Miniverse Make It Mini from Scratch Series 2 capsule, and I got the butternut squash ravioli. It felt like I was making real pasta, and it turned out so cute. I set it aside to air dry and then added it to the shop. It also came with this little table, and it truly was the perfect final touch. You guys, I am so obsessed with how my mini-verse space turned out. We crushed that challenge. We filled up every inch of that space. And honestly, I didn't want to stop. I want to keep making more. I truly felt like a kid again, and it has been so long since I've sat down and created like that. And I don't think I can pick a favorite. Let me know down below in the comments which mini-verse item is your favorite. Life's better in mini, make it mini-verse. Okay, I just mounted the tripod. I think the camera should be good. I got one of the suction cup tripods. Oh no. So hopefully my camera will be stable, but it is finally blanket time. I did do some research. Thank you to my patrons who told me who the original pattern designer was. So let me pull up the pattern. This is the original pattern designer. This is the original pattern. It is by Little Artsy Aloe. So definitely go support her if you also want to make one of these blankets. Now, I didn't realize that this kind of is a very in-depth advanced pattern, and there's some stitches in here I don't even know how to do. Like, I don't know how to do the front post double crochet. I don't know how to do a popcorn slip stitch chain. There's like a lot in here, so I am gonna pivot slightly, and I am gonna do a different blanket pattern that I found, but I did want to call out that this is the original designer, so if you want to make the original OG design, go ahead and get from her. I also bought the original design because one day I will do it, but I feel like right now in my crochet journey I am not there yet, so it'll be one of those patterns I save for later. But this is the pattern that I am going to make on this road trip. It is a Lily of the Valley crochet blanket pattern, and this one is more road trip friendly because it follows like a very simple pattern where you just keep increasing every row and you don't really need to count everything out, so it's super road trip friendly. So that is what I'm going to do, and I have 4 skeins of big twists, so this is what the main blanket is going to be, and it has 170 grams. The pattern calls for at least 400 grams of like the main blanket color, so we should be good. I'm really curious to see how big this gets, and I am going to follow the label and just use a 5mm hook. And yeah, let's get started. It really starts out simple. You're just doing a magic ring, putting some double crochets, and you just keep increasing from there. So it seems easy enough. Hopefully I can zone out, and I will check in with you guys once we have a few rows formed and we can see what it's looking like. And then also real quick, I brought my Ruthless Dynamics like yarn holder, and it works perfect for the road trips, and this skein fits perfectly, so shout out to Ruth for sending this to me. Thank you so much. Highly recommend it if you're on the go like me and you need something to just hold the yarn, because I did buy a different yarn holder off of Amazon and it did not fit the full skein of Big Twist acrylic, so shout out to Ruth who designed one that's actually long enough. But okay, I'm gonna get started now. Okay guys, checking in. This is what we have done so far, and I originally started out with a 5mm hook. I then sized up to a 6 because it started to curl, and then I sized up a few rounds ago to a 7, and it's still kind of curling, so I might have to go up to an 8, which is crazy because Big Twist did suggest a 5mm, so I don't know why it's curling. Maybe my tension's too tight. We're gonna lose daylight soon though, so I figured I'd come on. This is how much I have left of the skein, so honestly like over half. I didn't do a lot. I think I'm on round 9, but the pattern is super simple. I did have to frog like the first 2 initial rounds because I read the pattern wrong, but after that it is so smooth sailing. It is so simple. You're basically just increasing every single round. So it's really nice because you also mark each little section with this chain gap, so you don't really have to count. As soon as you run into the chain, I know to like increase. So I think this will be the perfect project to work on the next few days, and I'll definitely be able to finish it. Like, I don't want to jinx myself, but I am pretty confident that I can finish it. Also, the camera keeps like sliding down, but yeah, very exciting guys. I don't know if I'm gonna use the 4 skeins because like it's already turning out this big and I didn't even finish the first skein. It's not even halfway done, so we'll kind of gauge how much yarn I actually do need to use, but I'm excited to see it come together. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. it to Flagstaff and look who is making herself right at home. Shay did really good during the drive. We gave her some strong medicine. It pretty much zonked her out, and now she's sitting on top of the giant cat carrier that we bought. This is technically a dog crate, but oh my gosh, look! She's never this relaxed, so we are saying that the drugs actually help her feel her best. Because she would not even be doing this at home, like at her own house. Good morning, guys. We are officially in Flagstaff. I showed you the clip of Shay last night, but I don't think I introduced you to the official cabin. So we're only doing 2 Airbnbs for the entire road trip. We're doing 2 hotels and 2 Airbnbs. So here in Flagstaff, we chose this really cool cabin. It's a real log cabin, and the Airbnb host told us that all of the wood has been reused, which is really cool. Let me give you guys the official tour, and also let me show you my view. How gorgeous. Also, you might hear the roosters in the background, but this is like the front of the Airbnb. Super cute. At night they have the lights. This is like a little outdoor seating area. Let me see around back. We got here last night, so we haven't even seen this in the full daylight. Oh my gosh, so cute. A little sitting area with some nature TV. I love that. And then around front here, this is my favorite area. You can just sit out here at night with the lights, put your feet up. Also, there's this huge window, which is really nice. You really feel like inside out vibes when you're inside the cabin. And here's the view again. Also, there's a hot tub over there. I wasn't expecting it to be so cold in Flagstaff, but it's currently like 35 degrees. But okay, let's go into the cabin. Everything is super cute. I think Shay has been lurking. Okay, there's Callie. Hi, Callie. And actually, hi, baby. And wait, before I show you, I think Shay is up there. So the bedroom area is lofted, and Shay has been climbing these crazy steep steps. I was surprised that she did it. Oh wait, there she is. Hi, baby. Hi, Shay. Yeah, she's been super active, and she's really acclimated so well to the traveling. She has been exploring. By now the drugs wore off, and she's still like actively exploring. She's been trying to dart out the door, which is not good. Okay, so here we have a little kitchen area. Very, very cute. This is the main living room area. The log cabin vibes are vibin'. Super cool. It's very authentic. The ceilings are nice and vaulted. You have a bunch of windows up here. Super cool. And then over here, it's mainly just like that little bar area that I told you about. You can sit here and eat and look out. And then here are the stairs that go up to the loft. I will not be going up there because these stairs are actually super steep. So I'm only going up there when I have to. But it's really just a bed up there. And what we're doing differently for this trip is that we're taking rest days. So today is a rest day. We're staying 2 nights total in Flagstaff. We got in last night at like 12 a.m. Jonas did an amazing job driving though. I'm so thankful for him because I would not be able to do it. I made really good progress with the flower bouquet blanket. Off camera though, I ended up frogging several rounds because I realized I didn't have to keep sizing up to prevent the curling. I was stacking my increases, and I didn't realize there's like a little note in the pattern that says don't stack your increases. So I had to frog like 3 rounds, I think, and then I started stacking my increases and it looked so much better. So I went back down to a 6mm. I felt like 5 was a little too tight, so I think 6 is like perfect. But when I was like sizing up to the 8mm, I'm like, no, like this can't be right. Look at Shay, she is just out and about. But yeah, today is basically a rest day. We're gonna go out, explore Flagstaff, and then on the road tomorrow at probably like 7 or 8 a.m. because we have another 8-hour drive to Amarillo, Texas. All right, day 2 on the road. We're headed from Flagstaff to Amarillo, Texas, and now I'm going to get started on the blanket and see how much we can get done. Like I mentioned to you guys in the previous video, I had to frog some rounds, so I prevented the curling, but I think now I know exactly what I'm going to be doing, and it should be fine and pretty straightforward here on out. So yeah, I will check in later to see how far I got. I just got done the first skein. I was thinking about it, and I don't think I've ever finished one whole skein of acrylic yarn before. Like, I feel like I have a bunch of acrylic skeins that I've opened but have never finished all the way through, especially for one project. So this blanket is a first for that, and this blue color is so gorgeous. And ever since I corrected the stacked increases, I'm not dealing with curling. It looks great. I'm gonna like fold it down and show you guys real quick. I'm gonna put the camera up. It keeps trying to fall. Let me show you. Bang! It's gonna turn out so big. I think I will try to challenge myself and do the 4 full skeins though. I know initially I was like, oh, maybe I should change it to like 2 or 3, but I think I will keep the 4 and see how big it gets. Right now we're about to hit Albuquerque, New Mexico, so we're making good progress on the road. Callie is asleep back there, and I'm just gonna keep crocheting. To Amarillo, Texas. Look who's walking around the hotel. Shay's doing good. I think she's more scared in the hotel versus the Airbnb, probably because it feels more like, I don't know, commercial. And Callie, of course, is doing good. She always does good. We have her big bed for her, so she's right at home. Since we have the 2 pets with us, we booked a suite, and I just want to say, like, this is crazy how big this suite is. And this hotel isn't anything fancy. It's just home too. It's like Suites by Hilton. We have a nice little kitchen area. Shay's trying to get acclimated. As you can see though, she's still pretty skittish. She keeps running back to her giant cat carrier. Bless you, Shay. And then we also have this like big living room area. And then in there is our bedroom, and this is our bathroom. Also, I thought my camera broke during the drive. So I have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it's a gimbal camera, but I dropped this camera like a few times, and my gimbal has never been the same. So I thought finally it like completely broke. So when I was trying to film earlier, the camera was stuck on its side and it would not go back to the horizontal. So I was like, oh crap, it finally broke. But I just turned it on now to try and show you guys the hotel and see if it'll work, and it did work, so I'm not asking questions. I also got a lot more done with the blanket. Now that we're like in an actual room, let me show you guys what it looks like. It's hard to kind of gauge how big it is in the car. Okay, ready? So here it is. Wow! This is the first time I'm seeing it like out of the car as well, and it's really turning out so good. It's already so big. This kind of reminds me of like pizza dough at the moment, like just flipping it around. I cannot wait to finish this project. But okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We are headed from Amarillo, Texas to Little Rock, Arkansas. I'll show you guys later tonight in the hotel again, since it's kind of hard to gauge here in the car, but it is getting very big. It can now like cover my entire body up here, which is awesome. It's becoming like an actual blanket, and I don't think I've messed up the pattern at all. I did have to make like a few adjustments, but overall this pattern is super simple to really just like zone out and like crochet in the round, which I love. That is mainly why I chose this pattern to begin with, was because I didn't want to necessarily focus on each round and like have my phone up the entire time following the pattern. I just kind of wanted to zone out. So yeah, it's working up really nicely. I'm gonna open skein 3. This is day 3 on the road, so we're heading to Little Rock right now. Then tomorrow we'll be in Asheville for 2 days. I'm trying to think how many more days on the road. So I have 2 more days on the road after this. So if anything, I just want to get this base done, and then at the new house maybe I can actually finish the blanket and add the flowers. So my new goal is really just to finish the base, so all 4 skeins. I feel like that's pretty doable. I basically finished the first skein today in the car, so if I keep up the same pace for the next 2 days, I should be able to finish it. But okay, I'll check in with you guys later and show you what it looks like actually like with me standing up. And actually, funny story, so since I am crocheting in the car, I've dropped my hooks like 2 times now, and I've had to switch between 6mm and 5mm because I dropped my 6mm, which is the main hook I've been using. So since I dropped it, I only have one 6mm, I had to switch to 5mm. Then I dropped my other 5mm, so I had to do another 5mm hook. So the blanket is a combination of 6mm and 5mm, but you really can't tell the difference, so it all worked out. But yeah, the struggles of crocheting on the road. Hey guys, we made it to Little Rock. We are in the hotel. We booked a suite again because it's just really nice to do that and have the bigger space with the pets. But I'm coming on to show you the progress with the blanket. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. I haven't seen it myself like out of the car, so I don't know how big it got today, but let's do the reveal. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm on the 3rd skein, so it is still attached to my little yarn spinner. So I'm gonna take some yarn out and do the reveal. Let me roll her up first. Just from rolling her up, the size difference from yesterday is crazy. Okay, here's the reveal. Whoa! Look at her! It's so satisfying to see the lines like perfectly aligned with each other. That means I didn't mess up. And honestly, it looks fancier than it really is. Like, this is literally just chaining and skipping a stitch that creates the little holes. This is crazy, you guys. It is basically blanket size. I'm gonna keep going though. I think the 4 skeins will really make it a good size blanket, like oversized in a good way. Because right now this is like perfect for a child, but I think for an adult it's a little too small still. But the 4 skeins should get it to a good size. But all right, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. We're heading from Little Rock, Arkansas, all the way to Asheville, North Carolina. It is day 4 on the road, and we're actually spending 2 nights in Asheville, so it'll be good. It'll give my husband a break from all of the back-to-back driving, and also we hear Asheville is really cool. We booked an Airbnb for that, so I'm excited to show you. It is so, so nice. But okay, enough yapping for now. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Morning, guys. We are officially leaving Little Rock. We are on our way to North Carolina, Asheville, like I mentioned yesterday, and we actually got up at around like 4:30. We hit the road before the sun came up, which is really good because I feel like we've been falling behind the past few days, so we were on time today. And poor Shay, she's like crying in the back. You probably can hear it, but hopefully those good drugs kick in for her. It has been very effective, so hopefully they kick in and she can like just hang out. And of course Callie's fine, she's just sleeping. But I'm going to try to get some work done because the grind doesn't stop. I need to like edit a video that will come out next week, so in a few days at this point because it's Sunday today. So I need to get that done, and then I'm working on that big video collab that I told you guys about. I need to get that done as well, and then also work on another huge deliverable. So hopefully I can like get some stuff done. I'm so thankful that my husband's driving so I can continue to work. But yeah, we'll see how productive I am. And then I need to of course work on the crochet blanket as well. But I'll check in with you guys later. Asheville now, which is our destination for today, and it's so cool seeing the change of scenery. In California, we really didn't see fall leaves change like this. It's just so green and like luscious. It's really cool being back on the East Coast and actually seeing the seasons. This will be our first time in Asheville. Everyone says it's really cool, so that's partly why we decided to stop there. It was also a good location for us to stop, and it's nice that we're doing 2 nights so we can try to see the town and everything. But yeah, look at these trees. It's just so pretty. I love this time of year. And then over here we have like a nice little river I think, or creek. And in terms of a blanket update, this is how much we have left of skein number 3. So it was a really good day crocheting. I also got done editing those 2 videos that I needed, so very productive day. I'm excited to drop the blanket tonight once we are in the house so I can show you guys how big it got versus last night, but I'm surprised I made it this far. I didn't think I would like be at this spot with the 3rd skein, so I'm really happy about that. And then during the last leg of our trip, I'm gonna try to finish out the 4th skein. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just walked into our North Carolina Airbnb. Excuse me, this is so nice. The fire, look at this. This is stunning. Oh my goodness. We're in Asheville and this is the cutest little house ever. Wait, it gets better. Oh my gosh, I'm going through this for the first time with you guys. I had to pull out the camera before it gets all messy with our stuff. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is so cool. This is so cool. And out front, there's like a little deck to hang out. All right, guys, sorry, don't mind the hair. I took out my braids, also I changed, but we're going to do the blanket reveal. Let me just roll her up. I still can't believe how nice this Airbnb is. I think this is like the nicest Airbnb we've ever stayed in. Okay, so here is the reveal. I can't tell if she's bigger than yesterday, like just looking at it. I know, you know, it has to be bigger since I'm basically done the 3rd skein, but it doesn't seem like crazy bigger than yesterday. But let's see. 1, 2, 3. She is really coming along, you guys. I'm so excited to finish this. I can't wait to add the flowers. I'm really tempted to just like forego using the 4th skein, but I feel like I need to just do it. It'll be a pretty good size blanket if I do use the 4th skein, because right now with 3 skeins, I would say this is a good size blanket, but not like an actual blanket size. You know, this is like a single person blanket. It doesn't cover like the legs fully. So with the 4th skein, I feel like it will be perfect. Also, do you see Callie chilling on the couch? Like the queen she is, of course she has to be on the couch. But okay, we're gonna go to dinner. We're here in Asheville for 2 days total. Thank goodness. It'll be good to have like a nice little recovery day. I'm excited to see the town, but okay, I'll check in with you guys later. The last day on the road. We are in North Carolina. Well, we arrived in North Carolina yesterday, but we are closer to our new city and I officially finished the 3rd skein. So I feel like since we're so close to home, I'm gonna call the challenge here. I was successfully able to do 3 skeins and get the blanket really big. I'll show you guys the final like drop video once we're at the house. But I'm really satisfied with how this went. I did have to do some work on the road, so I wasn't able to crochet the whole time, but for the amount of time that I was crocheting, I'd say the 3 skeins was a great win. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And this is a great pattern too. I'll make sure to link it down below, and then of course I'll also link the original blanket bouquet pattern as well. We also found out that our truck with all of our stuff is delayed, so we will essentially not have like any furniture in the house except for a bed that my mom luckily has. So I will hopefully be able to have some more free time waiting for the truck to come and finish up this blanket to include in this video. But with that being said, all of the unpacking and office setup, all of that will be slightly delayed, but you know, it's okay. It'll kind of be a nice break, I guess, to just chill and like not have anything to do, not unpack immediately. So yeah, no complaints. But okay, the next time I'll check in with you guys is to show you the drop video and the new house, and then I guess I'll show you the empty office as well. I have a lot of fun plans with my husband to like completely do an office like makeover and really get it to be like a dream office, so I'm excited to show you guys that as well. All right guys, we are in the new house. Callie is loving it so far, right Callie? She loves looking outside. Here is the first look at my new office. Oh my goodness. She is so much bigger and so much more like open than my other office. This is technically the dining room, so that's why it's like super open. Also, it connects directly to the kitchen, so that means I get really quick and easy access to snacking, which I love. And it looks out this beautiful window, and I love the natural lighting. I love this paneling. My husband is going going to make me some custom shelving, and I really want like a ladder like they have in like libraries, so I can like slide across the ladder and get my yarn. It came with this little chandelier. I kind of want to replace that with something more my aesthetic, but I am so excited to do the office makeover. Okay, as promised, let me show you guys the last blanket, you know, reveal until I'm actually finished it. I didn't get that much done from the 4th skein, so this probably will look very similar to what I showed you guys in Asheville, but let me roll her up real quick. Okay, the grand reveal. Whoa! This is what she looks like compared to my head. She comes down to around my hips slash like upper thigh. I'm so in love, you guys. Look at her. I feel like I'm gonna cheat and just call it here and get started on the green portion and the flowers. I really just wanna like wrap this project up. I have the Michaels yarn right here. It's like calling my name. It's tempting me, and I think I'm gonna give in. So hopefully either in next week's video or maybe in the next clip if I'm speedy, whatever editing Jenna decides to do, you guys will see the final blanket reveal. Also, this is our new dining room. It has a fireplace, which I love. And there's nothing here because the truck is still delayed. Hopefully we get the furniture tomorrow, which is Friday, but who knows at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited to come out with more videos, show you how the office will shape up, all of the vlogs that will happen, and all of the new memories that will happen here. Thank you so much for all of your amazing support. I truly appreciate it so much, and shout out to my patrons. You guys truly keep my dream alive, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. But until next time, I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!